or preferences from home interface. System now optional.
Starring BC, place to be. Mr. Faceless, he is none other FaceTime. And we can't forget about Hyper Combo.
Wow, man, I really got to work on something new there. Jesus, I didn't have any time, folks. Didn't have any time to make a new one, but there are new ones coming. So be on the lookout for that. Happy Tuesday, or as I like to call it, New Comic Book Day Eve. Also, if you're staying up for What If, just remember, don't spoil it for anybody. Yours truly is going to be up very early tomorrow, so I'm going to be watching it before I start my day. So that's good. Yeah, let's get the show going. I mean, we're talking hottest comics of the month of August. This one's always fun because, well, sometimes we forget some of the books that were hot, whether we picked them up, stacked them, forgot about them, had FOMO, whatever the case may be. It's always fun to talk about the past. You never know where you're going until you look behind. I forget how the saying goes. It was like a Michael Jordan thing. But anyway, we got a special guest today, and I'm pleased to have this guy on. It's been a while since he's been on. So, I always say to this guy that he's extended family of the Newbieverse and, Face myself. So really happy to have him on. Speaking of Face, he's joining me tonight, so let's bring him out. Mr. FaceTime, what's happening?
What's going on, bro? Yeah, you just reminded me. I guess I'm going to have to stay up till about 3 and catch What If.
You're crazy, dude. We're East Coast, man. Oh, dude, the show, that's the thing. The shows and everything, they're meant for West Coast because, like, those guys have it so easy. They just got to wait till midnight. So, like, if you're a young guy, you're basically, like you're watching that before you go out, right? Like, I don't know. I'm in my mid-30s. I'm in the East Coast. There's no way I'm staying up until 3 a.m. to watch What If. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I just had to wake back up, I guess.
I'm just going to wake up at like 7, watch it. That'll get me to 8, and then I'm going to start my day because, well, I got 4 new shops. I say 5. I was going to say 4, and I do this. I got 4 new shops that I'm going to tomorrow, so I'm kind of excited. So I got a little bit of a drive, but hey, that is what it is. I want to see what comics are out there, so it's going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Let's bring out our guest. I don't want to leave him in the dark too long because I want him to feel welcome. But, guys, you guys already know he's got his own thing going. Mr. Hood Rat. He's going to be talking about all the new stuff that he's got coming on. So say hello to my brother, Mr. Hood Rat. What's up, man?
What's up, man? I'm Hood Rat. Y'all Hood Rats. We all Hood Rats, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Again, bro, man. Y'all are family, bro. I really do.
Hey,
you guys really are,
absolutely,
man.
Dude. Absolutely. And hey, when the border opens and Canadians are allowed to go to the U.S., I will visit, and you can show me around the state of Cali and all that, man. So yeah,
bro, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you in 2022, bro.
Dude, yeah,
I'm coming to that fan con, bro, over there in Toronto, bro. For real,
dude.
Bro.
Dude, come, man. It's a good time. It's a good time. All right, hottest comics. If we have some time, we will talk about a few things that recently happened. But if not, we can wait till Sunday in our news segment. So, guys, first up, we got a few friends that we need to talk about really quickly. First up, we've got Big B Comics. You guys know they got 3 stores, Hamilton, Niagara, and Hamilton, Niagara, and Barrie. Wow. You guys know I rep the one in Hamilton and the one in Niagara Falls. Check them out. Check their Instagram and Facebook pages for a bunch of stuff. You might be surprised. They ship to Australia, the U.S., everywhere. You might be surprised if you miss something on New Comic Book Day or something. They've done a really good job at sending people, good stuff. So make sure you guys check them out. And finally, guys, we've got Mr. Bleecker Street, $10 a press, $5 a clean. Make sure, I'm telling you guys, make sure you guys go check out that website, bleekerstreetcomics.com. And if you're anywhere near Southern Ontario on Sundays, make sure you guys go check out the flea market on Lincoln Street because Bleecker is there doing his thing. Boom. All right. Let's say hello to the chat real quickly. Wes is saying he's going to claim silver, but he's the first one, so he's got gold, actually. Coco, Much love, brother. You got the silver today. This guy named Newbie's got bronze, but it doesn't work that way. Bleeker, you're taking home the bronze. That means 2 out of the 3 are Canadians taking medals today. What's going on, everybody? Hidden Gem, what's happening, man? I made it early. That's what I'm talking about. Michael, what kind of intro are we getting? The same one, but be on the lookout, man. We got a new one coming. Free Energy, Neighbor to the North Comics. Man, go check out his stuff. Fellow Canadian, again, really good stuff on Instagram. Let's see here. Who else we got? Man, so many people. Empire, what's happening? J2, what's going on? The low grades, what is happening,
Low
brother?
grades.
Man, I feel like I haven't
Damn.
talked today in so long, man. It's just crazy. I gotta get on it and talk to him. Dan, what is going on, man? The tag team champion is here. Yes, if you missed Tony Sanders' challenge last Friday, our guy Dan won it. Lots of fun. He's gonna be defending this title in 2 weeks' time. So we need everybody in 2 weeks' time to go support. Dun dun dun. Chef, what is going on, my man? And yeah, ooh, look at this. All the way. He's at oh shoot. What do they do? Like a wedding rehearsal. Like a family wedding rehearsal. So I was like, dude, just get on like in the church, man. It doesn't matter.
He'll make the time to jump in this chat.
He's like, no, man, I think wifey would be mad, but you know, it is what it is. BC, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I think she's gonna outrank you.
Yeah, I think so. Miguel, what's going on, man?
Miguel.
So, yeah, there's a few of you guys in here, nowhere bound. So yeah, let's get it started. You guys know, I always shout you guys out as soon as you guys come and show some support. Zor's Tiger, I think, is in here. And
Azorus.
oh shoot, sorry, my brother. Tiger Tuesdays. He's doing his thing, man. He is part of the extended family here in the Newbieverse as well. All right. Let's get it going, guys. I'm really pumped. Some of these, I'm gonna admit, we don't necessarily talk about like the hottest. So like if you go to cover price, like we're not talking about like X-Men 1 or Hulk 181. We're talking about some books that kind of made everybody either get FOMO, think twice, chase it, maybe overpay, maybe underpay. So you maybe have like a cool story to say, right, about the book. I mean, if a book was hot for like 2 seconds, it's probably not going to be on this list. Maybe, who knows? But like, we're not talking about like the big ones. So like, an X-Men 1, yes, it's hot. It's one of it's in the top 10 overall in every list, but it's not going to be on this list. All right. So we try to have some fun on this one. So without further ado, let us start. And let's see if I did this right. Yes, I got it in August. So that's key. That's key. Because I always get my days mixed up, and Face can attest to this. So
Keep it as simple as possible. What can go wrong?
yeah. All right, first book up, guys, and here we go. Welcome to the Newbieverse with your special guest, Mr. Hood Rat. Earth 2, number 19. You can't even say I hate DC because we're starting the show off with DC book.
Yo, man, I like this book, bro. Like, we got Michael B. Jordan hooked up to this now. Is that the thing? Like, dude, I'm buying anything Michael B. Jordan, man, because man, nothing but hits with Apollo's Kid, bro. What's this book going for? 80 to 140 Canadian?
80 to 140 Canadian, and check out that 9.8 sold on the last day of July.
Damn.
Almost $1,300 Canadian, which I'm assuming is either still at that price point or a little bit under.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like it's moving towards a dip now, huh? Might be time to try to grab one of these, man. Huh.
I've been told you can still find some of these. Like I've seen people message me. They've seen these in back issue bins, so like they're still out there in many places. And I was just talking about this. I can't remember who I was talking about this, but like it kind of reminds me of the like it's a complicated cover. And what I mean by that is like when you think of like Avengers versus X-Men, like those titles, like almost all the books, like if you're going really fast, look almost identical. Like there's so many covers, and like same with the Earth 2 ones. Like there's so many that kind of have that same vibe. So unless you're really looking at that number, I mean, really quickly, you wouldn't necessarily like know that one was there. So I suggest, slow down, check, because these ones are out there.
Yo, man, I know Uncle Rudy, man. Uncle Rudy found a couple of these in Las Vegas in the bins for like cover price. Yeah, man. He texted me him too. I was like, damn, bro, come up, man. But this got kind of, I mean, this was in the beginning of the month, huh? Because it got kind of left behind, man, when we heard the MCU news, huh?
I think this one just, yeah, I think the whole, Michael B. Jordan stuff just made everything that he was possibly touching, and the fact he came out and said he was doing it, with his own money and stuff, that it just made everything explode, right? So I don't know, man. I haven't personally seen it wherever I've gone yet, but definitely a book that, like, I mean, I know it's out there. People are sending me videos that it's out there, so it's not a bad grab if you can find it.
It's not a grab. I mean, I don't know if I pay $80 for it though, but no.
Face, I believe you have a few copies, do you not?
I have one somewhere, and yeah, it seems like this one. It's weird because it kind of this one went back and forth a couple times now. Like, I think they initially started off with reports that Michael B. Jordan was going to be playing the part of a Black Superman, and it was up in the air as to whether it was going to be Calvin Ellis or it would be Val Zod, and this saw some spikes, and then there was some news that came out later, I think, attached to the J.J. Abrams project, that they weren't doing that at all, and it kind of dropped off a little bit. And then I guess more rumors came out again after that, now that Michael B. Jordan is jumping back in, and it looks like the focus is going to be Val Zod. So yeah, this is definitely a cool pickup to have. If you can get it for a reasonable price. Man, that's a lot to spend for for Slabbed, definitely.
Like, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. You have to be really, 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 really good at, like, not just spec, but like holding this book, like just thinking that this would one day come to fruition, and having the, like, the patience, right? It's always about patience too. I always tell people that, like, patience. You can't come into comics, buy a book today, and then by Friday become a thousandaire, like, just like that. Like, it doesn't really happen like that. So the fact it's a 9.8, the fact that kudos to you. If you had a 9.8, you could have sold it for $1,500. Like, that's a lot, man.
That's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot, bro.
Yeah. So Swaggle's in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Swaggle.
Oh man, yeah. So we'll see. Like you guys, I'm not paying $80 for this, but if I do come across it, say under $20, I would take a stab at it, just because of Michael B. Jordan. It's like you guys said, everything he touches is really good. He's already said that he's wanting to do it, so he's already got the itch, so he might as well just go ahead and do it, right? So
I'd even take a stab under 30, man. If I see it 30 and under, I'd take a stab at it, man.
Not bad, man. It's not bad. All right, next book for hottest comics in August, Venom 35, second print. And if you guys remember, this came out the first week of August, and everybody thought, oh my God, this is going to be crazy. I'm going crazy. But it didn't. It didn't really do much. I mean, some of these are still at one of my LCSs. Like,
really?
Yeah, man. Like, they're still there. First cover appearance of Dylan as Venom, and Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman are supposedly those two guys in that window. If you can see, like, right, what is it?
Oh,
yeah. So that's the importance here.
Huh. It's interesting, man. I mean, I'm honest, bro. This is the first time I saw this one. A second print. So I haven't seen any of these in my LCS. So it's totally something I'm going to be after, man. But do we think? Because Donny Cates is leaving, right? He's leaving Venom, right?
Yeah.
So do we know who's supposed to carry it on? Who's supposed to carry on the next Venom? We don't know, huh? Like, so what's going to happen, man? What's going to happen with Dylan?
Al Ewing is jumping.
Al Ewing, he might bring it. If he brings something dark like he did with Immortal Hope,
right? Like,
dude, that would be dope, bro. Just make it dark, But I mean, I'm a Dylan fan, man. I mean, full disclosure, man. I have a bunch of his first appearances. You got to be a fan of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I've been a fan of Dylan for a little bit, man. Even pre-COVID and all, man. So I'm hoping for him, man. And another book I'm looking at is that First Sleeper, man. It was at number 3, Host of Venom, right? It's number 3, right?
The Null?
Yeah, the sleeper, the first sleeper, because sleeper is like his partner, man, partner in crime.
First host.
First host
Venom
number
first
3.
host,
Yep.
yep.
Yep, Venom first host. That's another book I'm looking at, man.
You
If
know,
I can see that, I'm picking that up.
Number 3 is pretty low right now. It's pretty cheap right now. It's people are just focused on like too many things right now. And you know what? Like with the investor and like the Disney thing happening in what, like a month, I think you're going to see some of these books that people hold on to. They're probably going to just kind of get them away. I wouldn't be surprised if you could find, you know, a Venom 3, you know, the first null and stuff like that, like very cheap coming up.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. The first. Yeah, I'll be picking them nulls up too right now, man. Because he's bound to come back too, man. But yo, this is a dope cover, man. This is the first time for me, and yeah, I don't know. Would it be a good one to get signed?
The thing that a lot of people, if you guys don't remember about this book, because again, it came out first week of August.
Yeah.
It had a price tag of $9.99 US. So like up here in Canada, that's like $11 almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's almost like 3 books realistically. So.
It was that kind of helped. I kind of paused when I was about to buy this one because the $9.99 price tag. I was like, yo, man, I don't know, man, but I bought one anyway, man, because I wanted to read the story. So, yeah, man.
Face, how many of these did you pick up?
Oh, I just grabbed one of these, just to have it, in my collection and everything. And it's cool cover. It's, awesome getting him, his first cover appearance as Venom 1 there. One thing that I will say though, on your slide, the first Donny Cates, it's not. He was actually on a Scotty Young cover for Venom. I don't remember what issue it was.
Technically, I have a question mark there, so it's not like I'm making a statement.
Okay, that's true.
Right? So
that is true. So, yeah, I mean, and then the other bonus to this is, and I think Ultra Maximus pointed this out in chat. The last page of this, it looks like there's a few, like, I don't know if you want to necessarily call them first appearances because the characters might not be named or whatever, but cameo appearance at least of potential big bads for Venom coming up. So,
and Azores put it down. He said 13, man. That was the one. It was the variant. With I think it was Stegman trying to drop a bomb on Venom Venom and Cates. Cates was talking to Venom about the story or whatever. Yeah, that was a dope cover, man.
I honestly like this one is still out there. Neighbor to the North said the same thing. Like it's on the shelves of some of his LCSs too. Like here, I can go tomorrow and pick it up. So if somebody's like, newbie, man, this book is a $50 book, let me know because I'll go get it at cover price, like tomorrow. So.
But I mean, how do you guys feel about it, man? I mean, are you happy that Dylan is Venom? And what about Eddie Brock? Because Eddie Brock's always going to be my Venom.
Eddie's always going to be it. But like, I'm not really surprised that they made him into it. Face, I think you can agree with me here, right? Like, I don't think none of in our group anyway. Like we weren't.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, no. It's definitely not surprising. I just kind of get the feeling that it's not necessarily a permanent change because I feel like eventually they could find a way that Dylan can support himself as his own character, and bring back Eddie Brock as Venom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dylan already had powers going in. Now I know that there's some question as to if he still has those powers after the Null storyline and everything like that, but he did initially have some powers, and there's a ton of other symbiotes out there that could attach himself to Dylan. You mentioned Sleeper, which is a great choice to be honest. So I think Venom's definitely it feels like gonna go back to Eddie Brock, but Dylan I think still has a future too.
Yeah,
we'll see where it goes, but yeah, I don't know, man. I remember saying it, Face, and I think when we did our new comic book day show, I said, I'm like, man, there's no goddamn way I'm paying $11 Canadian for one of these. Like, it's just, I don't know. But I'm in the right because I can still go tomorrow and pick it up off the shelf. So I might be able to get a deal, but who knows? Obviously, currently this is going to be the next bit. This is who Venom is. So we'll see where it goes. We'll see. Maybe this could be something. So just, keep it.
No, it's probably more of a long-term thing.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I agree. All right, fellas. Next book up, we've got Marvel Now, .1, number 1. This happens when I talk about my Sam Alexander one, the .1, number 1. Like, it always throws me off. But Marvel Now, .1, number 1. This caught fire solely because people were like going around. I don't know if it's officially, but people are still saying that it is the first cover appearance of America Chavez.
It's a little. Man. It's her over there in the to Fury's shoulder, man. You know, it's like this small little. It's
right here.
Right there, man. I mean, I heard there's a story in here about her too. I mean, I just got one. I have one copy, man. I don't know how many times I passed this book up because I was looking for the Miss Marvel's first appearance, you know. So I would pass this book up all the time, man. And then all of a sudden, this became a super hot book, man. But I mean, what do you guys think, man? I mean, there's a lot of better covers, man, of America Chavez, man, especially in that Young Avengers run, man. You know, like and in the Ultimates, man, there's like, you know, even in her own, even her
origin cover is way better than this.
Yeah, even her series, bro. She has such dope covers in her series, man. Like, but
Chris, what do you think, man? Where are you with this one?
I mean, I have a copy of it again in a box somewhere, you know, but like I didn't get excited about it or anything. It's, you know, yeah, okay. Like I guess I'm kind of in the same place. It's her first cover appearance or whatever, I guess. But yeah, it's nothing impressive at all. There's way better America Chavez covers out there, especially at this point.
I hate how like we got to this point though. Like that little bit is like, you know how the market works, guys. Like it doesn't matter. Look at Hulk 181, Gambit. Like there's so many books, right? I don't want to even go to those topics, but like the fact that
but there's always been weird shit like that.
Oh man, like this is gonna be like if she hits and she's very popular and marketability and all that. Like this is probably gonna be one of those like top 3 books for her, and it's like, man, really? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely better choices.
Yeah. I mean, investment wise, man. I mean, getting us under $20 is a pretty good deal, I think, man. Because when everybody's looking at Riri, everybody's looking the other way, man. Everybody kind of forgot, and you know, and we're looking at Kate Bishop coming up too. You know, like everybody's looking the other way, man. This is a book you can get on a steal. If you can get it under like $15, if I seen her $15, I would buy it, man. Honestly, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'll be like,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'll take it for $15, dude, because this one's gonna be a big one to get, man. When she shows up, and she's actually when she's supposed to show up in the Hawkeye.
Strange.
Doctor Strange. Okay, I thought it was Hawkeye. So that's
Hawkeye,
you still got time.
The rumor for Hawkeye is Kingpin, a little bit of Daredevil.
That would be fantastic.
Echo, I think. Echo's supposed to show up.
Yeah,
Echo's
going to be a good one.
Yeah, her own show and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, anything America Chavez, I think, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, like look at what happened with Kang, right? And you look at what happened with Miles, and you look at what happened with, I'm trying to think of the other one. Like all these characters, when they're in our face and they're super popular, like what do? We just go, well, not we, because I'm not part of this. But like, what does the community do? They go and find every cover, everything that, like, whether it has a first appearance or not, or just the person on a cover. Like, you know, it's going to get crazy. This one's going to be one of the books that a lot of people are going to go after. The origin, her first appearance. I mean, the first appearance is kind of out of reach for a lot of people. So, like, you know, people tend to go to, like, the origin, the second appearance, first cover. So this one I think is going to be around for a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Doctor Strange 2, I think, comes out next July. I could be wrong. Next year. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a $100 book. Maybe a $200 book raw down the road, just simply because we're going to be saying its first cover appearance.
But you know, this book is a really good representation of like both the good and the bad in the hobby right now. Yeah. Where like, you know, it's great that, you know, people are getting excited about these new characters and everything like that, and want to, you know, collect key issues. But at the same time, it's like we're jumping on shit like this.
I know, man. And it was just something. I mean, I remember seeing this on a shelf for the longest time, man. I was just like, I don't know, that's not the one I want, and it just kind of stayed at the shelf at this LCS, and now it's gone, man. Like it just kind of sat there for a long time, and I was, let me see. Empire Comics says she got a new origin or new miniseries, and it's actually a pretty good read, man. Her new miniseries.
Yeah, it was actually.
I actually like it. Yeah, it's good. That's one of my favorite reads, man, in Marvel right now.
That's the thing with like a lot of people, like, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody or anything. Please don't. If what I'm about to say connects with anybody, but like when it comes to origin stuff, right? And we've had conversations on our end here about it. It's like I had people tell me last week. Was it last week? Yeah, last week when that Kang book came out. People were like, "Yo, man, this is get it. You gotta get it. It's the origin of Kang." And I literally had to be like, no, it's not. Okay, that is not the origin of Kang. So please stop calling it. I get that it is. It's technically an origin, but like you got to go for the first, right? Like Doctor Doom. Like there's a lot of people, on the Doom thing, and they're I forget the book like top of my head, but it's like no, Doom is Fantastic Four Annual 2.
Mm-hmm.
That is the origin. That is what that is the money book, right? And I think as all these new origin stuff comes, like I think people get a little blurry and they forget about the other ones. Like I know a guy around here, he got like, oh man, if not every cover, but like 5 copies of each cover of that Kang thing, because it's like, man, origin of Kang. And I'm like, oh dear Lord.
Was that the one where him and Immortus were going at it? Is that the one?
He's got all of them, man. He's got all of them. Yeah. Like
wow. Kang books are crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man.
That's the thing. But he's going on the basis of that's the origin of Kang. And I'm like, oh man. No. All right. I mean, it is, but it's not the original, right?
But how many origin books are there of Kang? There's a ton, bro.
There's a ton, man. There's like Avengers.
There's a ton. 4. Yeah. I mean, which origin are you trying to look at? I mean, go to the source, right? The very first one, like you said, man.
So you just gotta be careful. All right, moving on. But we've got to talk about this book once again. We talked about it 2 months ago, but yes, this one became super hot. Why? Well, the second trailer and the final trailer supposedly finally dropped the second week of August. 9/8 were already reaching a high of $1,500 Canadian. Raws were selling anywhere between $100 and $300 Canadian. $100 realistically getting you somewhere between a 6 and a 7 condition-wise. Not my cup of tea, but it was hot.
Hey, man, everybody wants that. Everybody got, trailer drop, man. Trailer drop is all I got to say, man. Trailer drop, man. Trailer drop for the Venom 2 and this book spiked, man. I mean, I have a few, I have a few of these, man, and I have a few at CGC, and I'm kind of glad that, I hear it's getting pushed back to like, December or something, or next 2022, right? Is that the new rumor?
We don't know if it's confirmed or not, because we had some reports tell us that it wasn't, it was still going to go ahead. Like it wasn't confirmed. So I don't know, man. It could be a publicity thing too.
Yeah. Like
good news, bad news. It's still news.
I mean, I like the trailer, man. I was excited about the trailer, but Venom movie doesn't look right without Spider-Man to me. It just doesn't look right to me, man. But I like the first one, man, and Venom is my son's favorite villain, man. And man, I'm looking forward to this, man. And Carnage is coming, bro. We already know Carnage. It's a winner, man. It's just a winner. We already know his trailer's already been dropped, and hopefully we get to watch this soon and see if it was worth it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Carnage, especially Woody Harrelson playing him. So, I hope it ends up being a good depiction, and there's really good signs that they can do it well. So he's got a history of playing that part well. So, but I'm really glad that I already have this issue too, so that I wouldn't have. Because the prices on this are.
It's crazy.
A lot higher than probably even just like, I would say a year and a half ago, you could probably grab like 9/8 from this for maybe $200.
I paid $300 Canadian for a 9/6 graded already, CGC last year.
Really?
300 bucks Canadian, and I went and sold it for close to $1,000.
What?
Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
yeah, dude. So, and people were talking to me like I was crazy, and I was like, look, it's a 9.6. The fact that 9.6 with that high print run with, I mean, let's face it, you can find this book pretty much anywhere. No matter what store I go into, no matter who's selling books, they always have this book with them. It's just a very, let's face it, right? I mean, we don't want to talk about high print runs, but like pretty much everyone's got this book realistically, or we've passed it or we've seen it. So the fact that a 9.6 was able to cross $1,000 at that time, man, like I sold it the day the first trailer came out, man. Like it was in and out, boom, done. I didn't even think twice about it. I took the offer and ran with it, man. So yeah.
But you got 3 types of these books, man. You got the direct and newsstand, and you got the second print too, man.
Yeah.
I actually like the second print, man. You know, so
I like the second
kind of
print
a sleeper,
too, man. I like the purple. I like the darker colors on it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Why is all that cool Spider-Man cover is when he's getting his ass kicked?
Right?
Yeah. Brick Hunter, after Carnage movie, is anyone going to care about this book? That is that's a very interesting conversation. We've had this conversation a lot actually, because, well, if you guys don't know, Face is a big Carnage fan. So, you know, he has an opinion. I have an opinion. Face has or Hyper has an opinion. You know, everyone has opinions, but we'll see. We'll see where the character goes. Boom. Guy Ford, 1/3 of the pressable defects is in the house. What's going on, man? Yeah.
And mostly it'll just depend on how successful the movie is.
I don't know, man. I didn't really like the trailer. I don't like how they're making Venom like this, like comedical, you know, like this comedy thing, right? Like I don't like that. I didn't really like the whole like he bit Tom Hardy and then he like starts acting crazy. It's like, man, what? Like no. So, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, they have to let the kids in, man. You know, you have to bring the kids in. You know, so you know they got to open up to all the audiences. But if they did Carnage like he just was like real Carnage, where he was just like massacring people, bro. He didn't care. He was going to apartment buildings, just killing people, bro.
That's how it's got to be, though, man. Why do you think
Carnage does not give an F, bro? You know,
Old Man Logan, Wolverine. Old Man Logan, Deadpool. Why were those very successful? Because they let the character be who the character is, right? I get that kids have to go watch the movie, but at the same time, like me, I don't want to watch a PG-rated Carnage. I want to see him as the fucking psycho that I know him as. You know what I mean?
He's a fucking psycho, bro. You know, like psycho with a psycho.
They're not going to show anything, though, right? Like it's going to be like Venom. It's going to go eat a head, and then it's going to, and then that's it. Then we're in the next scene. And it's like, oh.
You know, man, if he just, you know they're not going to do it, but it would be so dope, bro, if he just went psycho and just killed everybody, bro, and Inspire's like, damn, or Venom, whatever. It's hard for me to even say it without Spider-Man, right? Like, you know, it's like, you know, so you have to have Spider-Man to be part of this Venom and Carnage story, man. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm always bringing him in, and it's like he's not part of the story. He's just not.
You
know, like
it definitely feels like he's missing.
He's missing, bro. You know?
Yeah.
It'll happen though, man. It has to happen. It will happen. It's just, you know, me personally, I think Venom in the MCU is like 5 to 8 years away. And, you know, we have people message us, we have people disagree, but at the same time, let's be realistic about something, okay? Let's just take the obsession we have about wanting to see this character in the MCU. Okay. Before COVID, what happened? We got 3 to 4 movies a year, no shows. 3 to 4 movies a year. They were spread out. Basically, you got one every season, right? You had one in February. You usually had one maybe in May. Then you had one in September. And then you had one in like November, December. Okay, there's your movies. But what happened after? You didn't get the sequel to that movie, or you didn't get something that matched that movie for a long time. Like it took like a year and a half, almost 2 years to get that next one, right? So when you think about maybe Carnage or Venom being in the actual MCU, especially with everything that's going on with multiverse and X-Men and this and that, like you could realistically see it 5 to 8 years from now. It's not that crazy. And sometimes people forget that. Like, they're like, no, man, that's way too long. We're going to get it next year. It's like, how are they going to build a story after what might happen in this multiverse one and then go straight to Venom? Like, we're going to run out of shit, and we're going to run out of fucking shit.
Their best bet's probably just to go ahead and like maybe just sort of, I'd say, kind of wrap up like a Venom trilogy in the third movie. Maybe do kind of a different take on a Maximum Carnage storyline. You know, bring him back for the third movie. You know, make it a little bit bigger, and then after that, because you know, I don't know how long Tom Hardy's contract is or anything like that, but you know, it usually seems like 3 movies is going rate anymore. So, you know, after that, you figure they're probably done. That gives you a lot of opportunity to just bring a new version of Venom into the MCU and completely ignore, you know, what Sony's done with Venom over here too. So
I really need to find out, and I'm not saying no, you know, people aren't reliable. Like I know Ultra said he reported he saw it, but then there's other people saying that there was like a poster released today. Like I really want to find out like if it actually is pushed or if it's coming. Like I feel like this is just like a tease.
It's gonna be a surprise when they release it.
Yeah, especially if they release the trailer or not a trailer, poster today. Like it's kind of weird, but again, guys, everyone's got their opinions on every book, and that's the beauty of collecting. That's the beauty of our hobby. We get different opinions and we collect differently. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, they're going to keep this. They're, you know, this is going to be a crazy book. I've heard people say this is a future. Man, and this is not my words, but I've had some people be like, man, this is a future $10,000 book in 9.8.
Wow.
You're crazy, but hey, that's your opinion. So if you pay your taxes, you're entitled to it.
Hey, bro, it's $1,500 now, bro. Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, hey, it is what it is. So, all right, guys. Well, there was no trailer to the show, and there rightfully shouldn't be one because the show doesn't come out until next year. So it would be kind of stupid for them to kind of do that right now with everything that they got going. But why did this book jump? Well, Werewolf by Night 32 really priced out. Then there was that leak of the costume, and people were kind of fighting whether it was true or not. So Moon Knight won, hottest comics of August, mostly because of that leaked costume.
Didn't Oscar Isaac say something about wasn't there a little thing with Oscar Isaac talking about himself on Moon Knight and stuff like that? So that would have made this book pop too, man. And we haven't even seen the trailer yet. That's the thing, man.
We haven't had anything. We just
haven't anything, bro.
Hawk is in it, and that French guy, and that's pretty much it. That's all we know.
I mean, I think Ethan Hawke's Werewolf by Night, bro. He's perfect, man. You know, I mean, that's just me. I mean, that's my humble opinion. But man, you know, this book has been a roller coaster, man. It's been a roller coaster for like the last 3 years. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. You know,
Right.
Right. I mean, how long has this been a spec for? Like, what do you think, Face? Like 3-4 years already?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely been a roller coaster with this book. Absolutely. And which is, I mean, you know, it's good for people looking to pick it up because, you know, right now the best thing you can do is, again, hope that there's no news for a while and it dips back down and grab it on the low end. But yeah, Moon Knight's definitely coming, and it's Oscar Isaac, so it should be a dope series. I think book, you know, it almost feels like Marvel dropped that, leaked that image themselves. You know, I know they kind of put out articles or whatever. It sounded like they were a little mad about it, but I think that was, you know, it just feels like that was BS. They leaked that shit to see how people felt about it.
Oh man,
yeah, I agree with that.
Do you guys like the costume, man? It's kind of grayish. Did you like that?
Dude, it looks like Mortal Kombat to me.
Yeah, bro. Me too, man. And it was in the bathroom, bro. And I was just like, what did he just do in that bathroom, bro? Did he just drop one? Like, you know, like it just, and when I saw that, it's like a blown up bathroom, like, but man, I mean, I feel like Oscar Isaac's going to hit this out the park because he's a real actor, you know, like he's a serious actor, man. And, you know, we like has multiple personalities, man. Like this is a home run for everybody, man. It's a home run for Disney. It's a home run for Oscar Isaac actually getting a pretty serious role as a serious role within a Marvel movie, you know, like to be these different personalities, man. And then he gets to be a strong man too. Cause I saw like a clip of him like on Instagram or on YouTube of him, practicing his the fighting scenes, man. And I was like, Oscar's in it, bro. Like I mean, I just remember Oscar in that one movie, bro. Like when he was playing the guitar the whole time, I was like, dang, he went from a lone
Right?
guitar guy to playing Moon Knight, bro. Like, yo, this could come up. Then he was playing Poe Dameron, bro, like in the Star Wars movie. Like that's cool,
Ivan Ooze in X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, man. I mean, and honestly, man, I haven't really seen. I mean, he's like Matt Damon. I haven't seen a bad, Isaac movie, bro. So I'm stoked, man. I think this is good investment. I'm a Moon Knight fan, bro.
I honestly think that when you think of Moon Knight books, I know there's no argument. Like I get people are like, man, that what is it? There's that yellow book. There's another book that people are like, no, that's the first, and I get why people say
Spotlight
that.
one.
Yeah, the Spotlight. But I think this is the book after Werewolf by Night 32. I really do. I think it's just a nicer cover. You got all the personalities on the bottom there. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm telling you, that one is priced out. This one, and again, everybody has different. Everybody has a different finances and stuff like that, or a definition for the word affordable. But I think that if you could find a 9.8 for $1,000 or under, I think this book has a lot of room to grow once he comes. Like I think you're talking about a $1,500 to $1,800 book at the height of it. Like I really do, because realistically with Moon Knight, you have those 3 books. You got Werewolf by Night, which is again going to be out of reach, and then this one and the Spotlight one. But I think people are going to gravitate towards this one way more. It's just a nicer cover.
I mean, you're being real though, man. A lot of people are priced out of the Werewolf by Night and then Spotlight 28. Man, it's just they're too much, bro. Like this is actually, I mean, I'm looking at it right now, bro. $1,690, so that's like what $1,200, $1,300, USD. Yeah, that's a lot of money now. People, you getting priced out of this one too, man. So this book is
popular, right? Like. And I get it. Like he has a small following, right? It's like I kind of compare it to Spawn. Like a lot of people know about Spawn, but like when you actually look at like how many people are real true fans of Spawn, is really small, right? It's not like, and I don't want to offend anybody or people thinking, oh, newbie hates Spawn. I don't. I'm just saying like when you think of heroes and comic book heroes, you don't necessarily put Spawn in your top 10, unless you're a real fan of it. Same with Moon Knight, right? But I think Moon Knight is going to have such a success that the average person who doesn't like comics, or the average person who doesn't necessarily know much about Moon Knight, is going to be hooked. I really do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're. I mean, Spawn fans are cult, man. Like they're cult followers. So is Moon Knight. I just feel like this guy. I don't feel like a lot of like the general population knows who Moon Knight is, right? Like when he comes up on screen, bro, and like Isaac kills it. I mean, this is going to be it's just gonna blow up, bro. Like, we might see like the Moon Knight cover FOMO stuff, So I just feel like, and we're still way off, right, Face, man? We're still way off from like Moon Knight, like it coming on TV. So
yeah, we got
a year away.
Yeah,
a year away.
It is a hard one to get 9.8, bro. It's a hard 9.8, man, with that blue.
I have 9.4s of this. I've never owned 9.6 or 9.8.
I have like 4, bro.
Cover, though.
And it's not even close. None of them not close, like to a 9.8. Like barely 9.0s, like my best one,
Yeah, Moon Knight knows. Yeah, has the origin of the first Bushman, and I always fuck this one up. Plus,
this is, and that cover is, I mean, it's just
way nicer. Bro. It's nicer.
Yeah, this is
I like Bushman too, man.
50-cent issues were early 80s, I know, because I was there. That's the thing with Dan. Man, I wish see, that's the thing. Like I sometimes when I talk to Dan, when I talk to Vancouver Comic Junkie, when I talk to Mel V, a lot of the older guys, and I'm using that term loosely, older guys, experienced guys, okay? It's just crazy when you talk to them about stories, about the market or where they were when they bought certain books, and they were like, yeah, man, we were at the store, like we were at the shelf. But like they'll always tell you like they didn't really stack it, they just grabbed a copy or two. And I always think to myself, I'm like, where am I going to be in 10 years when like, people are like, hey man, you had a chance to get Ludacrats 1. Why did you only get one?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Like that's just what my fear. When new comic book day comes, I always have that fear that like 10, 15 years from now, people are gonna be like, you were at the store and you didn't pick it up. It's like, yeah, I was, but I didn't really take a chance on Ludacrats 1. So
Man, I talked to my uncle, bro, and my uncle always tells me, he's like, man, we just bought these books to read. There was no speculation. We just we were specking, like we just liked the books and we would read them. My uncle's from he's from the Philippines, man, and he would tell me like they used to rent out books, bro. They would rent out books from comic shops in the Philippines and read them. It cost you like 2 cents to go read a book, bro. He was like reading like ASM 1. He was reading like Giant Size X-Men, like all for like 10 cents, bro. And then you have to give it back to the shop. And then you just go on your own merry way, bro. That's something you do after,
only
after
they
school.
knew.
Yo, can you
It's
imagine
crazy.
if you had that,
He
like,
told me, bro. He was like, I had it in my hand and I read it. I was like, I didn't know it was going to be like a $30,000 book at a whatever at a 8 or whatever the prices are now. You know, like
that's crazy.
You know, crazy, bro. But this is the old school cats, bro. Like their stories are amazing, man. You know, like I just sit and listen, bro. I'm just like, just tell me more. Tell me more, you know?
That's the beauty of it, man. Like I love talking to like, people like Vancouver Comic and Dan, just talking about stories from like back in the day. It's like crazy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Next book up. We got Ghost Rider #1 from the 1990 series, and this is the first appearance of Daniel Ketch, the second Ghost Rider.
Yeah, man. The Ghost Riders have been catching some heat, huh? Like even that team up with Moon Knight caught some heat. I'm like, where are the rumors coming about Ghost Rider? I haven't heard anything. You know, I haven't heard nothing. I mean, is it like is it somebody that knows something that's buying these books, or I have no idea, man. Like, you guys heard anything about Ghost Rider? I mean, I haven't.
Dude, this one just like surprised me. Like I noticed everybody was talking about it and posting about it, and then like I noticed that the prices were, like this was like a $2 book.
Right.
Dude, he's a big Ghost Rider fan. We would find this book like 3-4 times over everywhere we looked. Like you can still find it, but like, yeah, this is just crazy.
I would dig in collections, man. I would just skip this book. I'm like, I already got like 6 of these. Oh, just keep going. Like I mean, these are in collections like everywhere, man. Like people just kind of skip it because they already have, one or however much they want of it. And maybe it's like what you said, newbie, man. Like all the other books are priced out, man. And this is one that people can afford, and it's a pretty decent read too. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we all know. Well, if you don't know, Dan kind of beat me to it, but like, yeah, Marvel Spotlight 5 like has quadrupled in price. Like it is.
Yeah, it's out of reach, bro.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. I would see that stuff at cons, bro, before COVID, man. I'm just slapped. I mean, all these books, bro, like before COVID, like even the year before COVID, I was like, I'll buy it someday. I saw an 8.0, bro. I saw 8.0 at Uncle Al's, bro. He had one, man, of the Giant Size X-Men. He was selling it for $980, bro. And I was like, that's too much, Uncle Al. He's like, can you bring it down to like maybe 8? He's like, nah, I want 980. I'm like, I'm so glad he bought. I'm so glad he sold it whatever he did, bro, because he caught it. He sold it on the fire, bro. That book's is crazy, bro. Like, I mean, all these books are crazy, man. Like, I mean, you guys were, chilling, seeing all these stuff on the shelves, and I mean, just to see that, man, like quadrupled, bro. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, this one taking off is kind of weird because I mean, like you said, there really hasn't been much as far as anything I can think of as far as official news for Ghost Rider, showing up. Of course, everybody thinks he's going to show up at some point, and it just makes sense that he will. I think this is probably the least likely version of them to show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool cover, and
it's a cool cover. Yeah,
it's a cool book to have in your collection for sure.
What do you think about the 9.8 selling last week for 670 Canadian?
Yeah, that's just, man.
That's
crazy, bro.
That's a lot.
Crazy for a book that has like, no.
Yeah, you could probably find a lot of these in back issue bins still that are in pretty good shape and everything like that. Like if you do some looking, you could probably find a raw that you could send off and get graded rather than spending $700.
Man, what's behind it all? Like the guy behind the behind the buy now, and he's like, okay, I'll get it for $670 CAD. Like, I'm like, what's behind that? You know, like,
Yeah, right. Like, man,
yeah, this book was like a $200 9.8. I mean, let's be honest, man. You know what I'm saying?
that's a real firm believer in Danny Ketch.
For real, bro. Like,
I remember, so like TiVo, right? I was very high on the Midnight Suns like 5 years ago when the book was like
Yeah.
literally $1. And
yep.
you know, I've mentioned this where like I didn't really follow, like I didn't know there was a world of comics in YouTube like 5 years ago. Like maybe there's a few people that like were, but like most people, you know, didn't. It was like COVID really helped it. But like, yeah, it was like, and I'm not taking credit for it, but like, yeah, I know TiVo was one of the first ones on that book, and I was always collecting it for like $1, but like I remember passing 9/8 up for like $100.
That's what I'm saying.
I was always saying to myself, I'm like, I would always look at the people being like, how the hell are you gonna put this at fucking $100 at a 9/8? There's like no spec, there's no nothing. It's gonna be like 15 years down the road, blah 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 blah. And now you look at 9/8 and they're like, what? $800, $700 Canadian. So it's like, it's just crazy.
Oh, the video game. There's a video game. I think that's
a video game trailer dropped.
Is that it? That might be it, huh?
Last week.
Yeah, you know, that shit will make a spike because obviously that makes it feel more likely that you'll see him in the MCU sooner rather than later too. So
Yeah.
Again, though, I just, you know, I don't know. I feel like we'd see Johnny Blaze. Like, that's the one I want personally.
Yeah. Nick Cage, bro. Johnny Blaze. Remember that one, man?
No, I can't.
Bro, I love that show, bro. I love that movie, bro. Come on, man.
I just like it because Eva Mendes. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's a plus right there, too.
All right. Next book on the list, we've got Miles Morales, annual number 1, the 1 in 25. This thing exploded right off the gate. If you were following shows like Ultra Maximus, you would have been on this. You would have got it for $20. And at the height of it, guys, I don't know what it's selling for right now, but last week or 2 weeks ago when it came out, it was constantly and consistently selling between $125 and $180 Canadian. So if you scored 1 or scored 2, like I saw some people, I mean, that's just a good investment.
Yeah, man. I got FOMO on this book, man. I got FOMO on this. I missed the show with when Ultra had presented this, and I saw it on his page. I was like, damn. Now I got FOMO on this, man. Like, I don't know if a lot of people knew about this book, bro, because I don't know if shops ordered enough to get the 1 in 25 because I didn't see him in my shops, bro. I'm in San Diego and like, you know, we got a big comic community out here, man. I didn't see anything at my shop or another shop I went to. So this is a dope cover though, man. I love it, man. You know, obviously I don't have it, man. But is there a first appearance in here too, or something, or is it just the cover?
That I don't know. Face?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
First appearance of Red Owl. You have right there.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, Red Owl.
Yeah, Red Owl. I see it. Yeah, Red Owl. Yeah. But I mean, I think it's just Miles on the cover, bro. It's just dope. It's just dope, man. You know, like these. Nice house near the lake has started doing these. You know, on their second and third prints, and then, you know, Marvel. I don't know if Marvel caught on or they just decided, you know, be original about it, but it added some flavor to it, man. You know, so, but it's a FOMO book for sure, man. You know, and I don't know if it's a Flavor Flav. I always call them Flavor Flav of the week, man. You know, Flavor Flav books, but it could stick around. You could just get it for on the dip. You know, like just wait a little bit, and this might be a good dip book, man.
Sorry, I got to pause 1 second.
All right, go ahead.
Only because this comment right here. So Sean Miller said, make sure you guys go pick up your Nova books. And then Rob at 123 Ready Comics is saying Novas and Heralds. Guys, go check out my video on the Heralds back in November, October. You got some books in there that were like literally $1. Like it's crazy. The Heralds, great investment, great pickups to get, especially because a lot of them are very cheap. Mind you, 244 is kind of pricey, but back then it was like a $20 book. So, hey. Face, where are you in this book? I think you missed. I dare say it, but I think you missed this one, right? You didn't grab this one?
No, I actually thought that I had not grabbed it, but then I found out afterwards who did the cover, and I did pick this book up. I'm a fan of the artist, obviously.
Mhm.
And it's one of those covers that's got that dope vintage feel. That
Mhm.
I like that. I like that about the
like
book.
Hoodrat said, it's been on a lot of covers, lately. But yeah, it's cool. It's by an artist that you haven't really seen a lot of in Marvel. Tony Flex. Got that first appearance. I don't, you never know how big they are because they're kind of attached to like Infinity Stones in this storyline. So you never know how it's going to play out, or what they're going to end up as after like the Infinity Stones leave them or whatever. Are they still going to have powers? Still going to be relevant? Who knows? We'll see. But it's definitely a cool cover buy for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where this book is in like a month or two. To be honest with you, I love that vintage look to it though, because that's one of my favorite things about those 4.0 to like 5.5, early 60s and 70s books. I love them. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where this one is. So.
I mean, I don't. I love the old like silver books that actually look like this, because I'm like, yo, reader copy. I can actually read this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's actually a reader copy, man. I love them, man. And I actually can open it up and read it. I don't have to worry about like, oh man, here's opening X or Spider-Man 5, and like I got to be so careful. These ones I just read.
Exactly. Perfect
so yeah. I mean, I think we all feel about that. I mean, this brings up that feeling like I can actually read this one. So.
All right, guys. We talked about it with Carnage, but Eternals had the second movie drop as well. So this one was hot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, we know Eternals are coming too, man. So it's a winner, man. It's a winner, man. We got the second. What do you guys think about the movie, though? You guys still in the movie?
I was waiting for the second trailer myself. Even after the first one, I said, because I hated it. Same with Shang-Chi. I hated the first one, and then when the second one's dropped, I was like, all right, I'm hooked. Like I know hooked.
And I always say, man, the first one, bro, I thought it was gonna be like a musical, bro. I was like, what is this stuff,
right?
bro? What is this stuff? Then the second one came, and I watched. I was like, yo, why did you do that the first time? So yeah, man. I mean, obviously they're gonna be in the MCU. They're gonna be around. They're just not gonna come in one Eternals and just disappear. They're gonna be part of the new phase, man. So, I mean. And this has been a long-term spec too. Everybody's been telling us to get it, TiVo, Mel, everybody, and newbie, and so if you're late on it, man, I don't know what to say, man. Like we knew it was coming,
So I got a 9.4 that I can't sell, man. Like I'm basically giving it away at the price. Like I've literally undercut everyone, and like
really,
I don't know what it is. I get it's a 9.4. I don't really have it priced high, but like. I don't know, man. 9/8 for this book are $1,300.
Jeez, man.
Canadian, right? Like you're talking like big book, and I think that this has like a lot of potential and like a lot of ceiling to it. But I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, this is one, it's kind of like Eternals. You get the whole group in this first movie and everything like that. So even if, like, for instance, it's not really, let's just say it's a trash movie, but there's good parts to it, like let's say Kit Harington knocks it out of the park with Black Knight, but the rest of the movie is shit. Marvel can still take, bits and pieces from this and incorporate it into the MCU without having to necessarily rely on the Eternals franchise as a whole. It was the same kind of position they were in whenever they took the risk with Guardians of the Galaxy the first time. Like if it didn't really work out with the whole team, they could just bring back whatever pieces that they wanted to, or none at all, So it was kind of low risk for them. And, this Eternals feels the same way. So it could very much be one of those books that's kind of like a sleeper type of thing, not in so much that people aren't really, haven't heard of it or anything like that. It's just like not a lot of people are really ready to jump on the franchise yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just gonna have to wait and see how the movie turns out.
Yeah, it was an iffy prospect, man. It was an iffy prospect to like invest in. You know, like, I don't know, man.
And this is,
you know,
like this is the selling time for it too. Like Swaggle just said, that, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people are unloading it right now.
Yeah, sell that.
And I'm with Guy, man. I can't wait.
Yeah,
to see
exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, if Salma knocks it out of the park and the rest of the shit, they can just bring her back for the, you know.
So. Next book on the list, I think is going to surprise some people, and you know, people close to me kind of know how I feel about this book. There was realistically only 2 people talking about this book. I posted it, not trying to flex or nothing, but I mean, sometimes it does pay to just listen to people when they talk. Mm-hmm. I give information out for free, guys. But this book was talked about on December 13th on my channel. And at the time, I think me and Manny were the only ones that knew what the hell this book was. But
this got to be some Riri shit.
We got some Ironheart number 9. Why is this important? Well, this is the first meeting between Suri and Riri.
Of course, man. You know the story, right, man? I was at me and Manny were at this LCS, and I was digging through the boxes, and I go, "Oh, check out this, man!" And Manny was like, "Get that, bro, get that." He was like, and he told me, he's like, "Man, Newbie's been talking about that book too, bro." I was like, "Okay, I'll get it." He's like, "What is this, man?" He's like, she goes to Wakanda, bro. She meets Shuri. Like, why not? You know that's gonna happen. I was like, "Got it, bro." You know, and like, dude, way good investment for cover. You know, but I think that was even you said you did airs in December, right? So this probably happened in like March, or I don't know. It was a while back, man. But
But I don't think, and I've said it, and Manny's heard it, and I've told everyone, I don't think this is a $1,000 book. But
no, really,
when you could find this book, when I was talking about it, the book was like $1. Like some places were giving it to you. They were like, "Hey man, you know, just buy this book and I'll throw this book in," right? So the fact, when you think about that, when the book was selling between $1 and $5, and now that the book, well, look at that, copies were selling between $80 and $180 Canadian. And let me tell you something right now, guys. Ain't nobody had this CG seat or anything like that. Like this wasn't a book people sent, because mostly people didn't realize what this book was. Mm-hmm. The fact that you could get a raw between $80 and $180, think about it. If you had like 10, 15 copies and you only paid like $20 for it, do the math.
You know, let's keep it real though, Newbie, man. Nobody wanted this run. Everybody's like, that Ewing run, you know, yeah. Like, no, what I just see it on the bro. I remember seeing the whole run on the shelf, you know, from number 1 all the way through, I think it was like 12, right? Number 1 through all the way 12. No one run. I was like, man, I'm picking this up, bro. We already know Ironheart's coming, you know, like, you know, like, I mean, even before Disney even announced it, there was rumors about Ironheart, man. And I thought it was a good fit. I mean, Disney wants to bring in, women, and they want to bring in people of color, like combine it and put that in Iron Man, and make it Ironheart, so.
It's crazy where, like, the fact that you were speaking about the run, it's crazy to me because I have the run, like, all through 12.
It's
actually,
full of keys, bro. It's full of keys.
And Universe X actually sent me like an AOK back in January, and he actually threw in some of them. So like I had some doubles and stuff like that. But like, dude, where those books are now, like number 9, number 10, number I think 11 and 12, like they're almost like $30 to $50 books selling on eBay. Like I was shocked.
Bro, I went to the gym this morning, and it's in the mall. So there's a comic shop in the mall. Bro, I found these still. This one's still in the bins, bro. Like first meeting of Doctor Strange and Riri. Like what are people thinking, bro? Like like it's just Riri's gonna be an integral part of like this phase. Like I mean just like Tony Stark's was, man. Iron Man. I mean, pick these. I mean, if you see them, I don't know. I don't care what number it is. Just pick it up. These Ironheart books, man. I mean, we keeping it real, bro. Like we keeping it real, right? Like you should go to the Ironheart bins and pick up these books, bro. Like, I mean, they're all full of keys if you read it, so we think Face, man, you already know, right, Face?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if you look back historically at like the meetings between like, let's say Daredevil and Spider-Man and everything like that, or, Wolverine and Punisher, there's a premium on those books. And it may not seem like a huge thing now or anything, but because, even when they do spike like this one, it
There
goes
you
up
go,
to like,
number 12.
yeah, right. 12 was a pain in the ass because in the aftermarket, I grabbed it off the shelf, but yeah, that's definitely a pain in the ass whenever you're trying to find.
Starting bid $899.52.
Or look who they have on the cover though, too, man. On number 12, it's just like
Right.
it's full of keys, bro. Like damn, man.
And like you said, there wasn't a lot of people that were huge on this run. I read it when it was coming out. It was all right for me. Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't the worst thing in the world or by any means. Riri had a certain type of depiction in the comics. I think it just feels like her depiction in the MCU is probably going to be different. It's going to be more like, I guess, probably where her character is developed down the line, where she's more sociable and everything, because Riri wasn't very likable initially.
No.
And they've gone to lengths in the comics to change that and everything. But given the actress that they cast for it and everything, and it sounds like, the Shuri thing is probably going to happen in, the next Black Panther movie. So it just feels like they want her to be a more likable character.
Yeah. I watched this thing on YouTube, man. It was they were actually this guy was actually having his iPhone while they were filming while they were filming the movie, and I guess they were setting up this building as MIT, and that's where did we go?
Dude,
MIT.
That's what remember I told you about the end scene? I tell that to everybody where I'm like, do you guys remember that end scene in Black Panther? And they're like, yeah, the kids are playing basketball, and then Suri talks. Yeah, do you remember before that though? Like what he built that building for, and like he said it was all of that. Like, dude, the second I heard that, I was like, Riri. Like, that's just where my mind went. Like Riri, and people laughed, man. And it's funny because Moonlight's saying newbies laughing at all the Riri fun. Do you know how many people fucking laughed at me? Keys included. Like, I had so many people be like, dude, that's not going to be a thing. Stop. Because they look at me and they're like, of course, you're an Iron Man fan. Of course you think that this is going to happen. Obviously, people laugh, but like, dude, it's just crazy to me.
It's everything the formula what Marvel wants, man. They want women that are heroes and people of color, man, all wrapped in one. Riri, right? Oh
yeah, she's
it's obvious. It's a lock, bro. And I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to have a woman of color, man. In an iron suit. That's gonna be dope, dude.
Well, we're not done with Riri, guys. We're not done with Riri because this one exploded too.
Oh. What can we say, man?
True.
What can we say? Should have been buying this when it was like $40, bro. You know what I'm saying? I bought 3 copies at $40 because I believed in this book. I was like, yo, man, $40 ain't a bad freaking. It's not a bad investment right now. What do you guys still think it's a good investment? I do. I think, we haven't even dropped the trailer yet.
9/8 or what? 9/8 are like almost 1,400 Canadian.
1,400. So that'd be like what? I'm not a math guy for currency,
well,
but
I'd
be
like 900.
Yep. Maybe wait on the dip, right? When we start going into the Hawkeye, next that when we start pay attention to more Kate Bishop stuff, this may get a little dip to have a little good entry point on it, man.
Well, Riri. Okay, so Riri's supposed to come Black Panther. Black Panther is a March release next year. So not like it's around the corner, but it's coming, right? And then she also has a new show that comes out later next year as well, right? So next year is probably going to be the year of Riri because she's going to be in a lot, or they're probably going to kind of just tease her in our face. Something to be on the lookout for. So when you say dip, I'm probably thinking like, all right, there might be a dip when like Eternals comes out, right? Because everyone's going to be on Eternals and the Cosmic and Black Knight. Or maybe in December when people are like all, possible Spider-Man stuff, or the Disney investor thing happens. I believe it's next month, right? Things like that. That's when certain things go on a dip, and this one could see a small one. Like I don't think you're gonna. If this is $1,000 book, I don't think you're gonna find this for like say $500 next month.
Yeah,
you might
No.
find it at like $850, right? Like that's more realistic.
Search out some raws though, you know. Search out raws, man.
Yeah.
You know,
And be
that's what I'm
careful for
saying.
the second prints though, right? Because
Yeah.
the first print is with the white outline. I know there's a lot of people in the chat that like know it and they're probably like newbie. We all know. But there are people that get taken as suckers and things like that. So that's why I say it. Just make sure you're getting the white lettered one because the blue one is that second print.
And I think the blue one is probably least expensive one too, because then you got the third print. It has her little stamp on there of Riri, appearance. Because that's a book I like, man. We got her first suit, and then we got her, and then we got her on the cover as well. I'm liking that, man. So, but yeah, this is, man. We knew it was coming. That's all I'm just saying, man. It was at 40. It was like $40 to $50. Like I was just buying as many as I could, man.
Yeah, I mean, Riri's, she's a good new character.
Face is a hater. I don't think Face likes Riri. I don't know.
You know what? I'm not a hater of Riri at all. Man, it's just like the stories with her so far have not been the greatest yet. So it's kind of like I'm wondering where for her like series and everything, like what storylines are they gonna pick and choose from, or is this gonna be something completely original? Because honestly, I'm hoping for something more along the lines of completely original. Obviously there will be elements of shit from the comics in there, but it's just she really doesn't have a whole lot of good stories at this point yet.
What would be dope is I think they're trying to set up as like the Goodwill Hunting story, right? Remember Goodwill Hunting? Like, I mean, all the pictures I saw her is she's in college, or she's in a school or something, like just, this genius kid, man, this genius kid with attitude, you know what I'm saying? Like you could push that,
Oh, they can. And there's definitely a way that they can do it and make her more likable in the MCU than she was in the comics for sure.
And Swaggle is right. Just because a book gets hot doesn't mean it's a good investment. 100%. There's a lot that goes into it. If Ludacris gets hot tomorrow, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a good investment, right? I mean, buy them definitely if like you see my posting for it, but so Swag is right with that, right? Like sometimes we get a little confused, and we all get FOMO and think, oh man, this is gonna be, but like. Let's be real. Sometimes you buy a book, Wednesday afternoon. I always talk about Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon is usually the pinnacle of stuff. So like if you missed out, because not YouTuber necessarily, but like people are always like, oh man, you missed out on this one and this is going crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Then people get FOMO and they buy it. And they might buy it on eBay or they might buy it across the world, who knows. But then by the time it gets to you in like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks from mailing, the book couldn't even be worth what you bought it, right? So sometimes just because a book is hot, it doesn't mean it's a good investment.
The simple math is like sell on the green and buy on the red, man. That's any good investor would tell you that, man. Like this is green, like wait till it goes red, man. Wait till everybody's looking at something else, man. When people are hot about another character and they're buying up all the covers, then that's the time to strike, So
yep, for sure.
Right?
Yeah. So
and this is definitely on the high right now.
It is, man. It's on a high. Yeah, but there'll be a dip, man. I don't know if the dip's gonna be long, but when the dip comes, you gotta snatch it up if it's like $300-$400 less, So
I think there's a reason why they went her being in Black Panther and the fact that she's gonna be having her own show in a series because they can kind of build you that storyline. And if you guys know anything about Riri, like her dad kind of has this thing. With like the 10 Rings organization and things like that. So like, I'm thinking that the show might kind of introduce her dad and her relationship and then kind of that way, because people are expecting like her to fight like Thanos or something. That's not going to fucking happen. So just, let's pump the brakes. Okay. So I think they're going to try to build her up and see where they go with it and then kind of build from there. But I mean, as for like a Riri Williams solo movie, I don't really see it in the works. I think we're going to really get her origin in the show, maybe in Black Panther, because that makes sense because of that, that tech school that they were talking about. But let's just pump the brakes because, I know some people are like, well, she doesn't really have, a villain or this and that. Like, no, you're right, but like, let's slow down. We're so eager to get the character to like sell stuff, but then we never really want the story to like, marinate and like kind of be there. So like, I think that's something that we need to just pump the brakes on a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Next up is the 1 in 50 Peach Momoko Defenders #1. This thing exploded 2 weeks ago or last week. I can't remember when it came out.
Something like that. 2 weeks ago, I think, man. 2 weeks ago. Oh man, Momoko's back, bro. Like she disappeared for a bit, came back with this book, man. What do you think, Face, man? I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna pay I don't know if I'm gonna pay that price for it, man. But Silver Surfer, cosmic,
right? Like, I mean,
beautiful.
It's a cool Momoko cover,
Yeah.
But the thing is that like she did like a B cover that was the same thing basically without the pink. So
yeah, I think that was the 1 in 25, right?
No, it was just it's a regular.
Yeah, that was a regular cover.
It's a regular cover, man. Yeah. It's a regular cover, man. I mean,
and it's cool. It's just I just can't see paying that much money.
Me either, bro. Are just Momoko fans just fierce? You're like, dude, like we got FOMO on some Momoko. We need that cover, and they're just
I've never felt that way, man. I've never felt FOMO for any Peach, and I have nothing against her. It's just
But her fans are fierce, bro. But her fans will stand up, bro. Like if you say something about Momoko, bro, they'll slap you with a slipper, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Is it all right if I say I'm not feeling this book, man?
Go right ahead, man. I'm
not feeling it, man. I'm not. There's a lot of other books I could be buying for $200, man.
I mean, and that's the big thing with it right there. Like, I actually love this cover, and I did grab the B cover that she did. But yeah, the $200 or whatever that this is. No, I mean I'm good, and I read the issue. It was a good start to the series. I'm digging it. I like Al Ewing's writing, so. But yeah, $200. There's a couple other books I could grab before I'd grab this one. So
I'm never gonna unsee what Uncanny Swag just said. If you guys know the Pop-Tart he's talking about, you're probably around my age, man. But yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Momoko did a few covers for Cherry Pop-Tart, so.
Oh God, yeah. I'm not paying that much, man, for this book. Man. I think the significance in this book is what? The cameo of Galactus's mother or something?
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, so I don't know. To be fair, I could care less about Galactus's mom.
Whoa, easy, buddy. Give her some respect.
Galactus's mom has got it going on.
I know, right?
I couldn't rhyme anything or get it with Galactus, but hey.
I love that that's how they
I wouldn't pay this much. I wouldn't pay this much for this book because this book definitely, just what we talked about in the last book, this one's going to have a dip, and this one, in a few weeks is probably going to just, be one of those books that is selling really cheap. I don't know. I can't really see this thing sustaining the prices or going up. So I've been wrong before. So between
this and Miles, I'm buying that Miles one. I'm buying the Miles one.
Right?
Yeah,
I agree.
For sure. 100%.
The Miles one was way to go for me.
Yeah, I would take the Miles one in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Especially because I couldn't get the Miles one on a B cover.
I know, right? Like it just there's just no color to the other one, man. It's just like, yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know what this means.
What, bro?
We're trying to keep it PG as much as possible. All right.
We're talking about baby daddy here now. What,
Right? Child support coming in and everything.
Newbie would be the only one to tell Galactus, yo, mama. I probably would, man. I'd be kicking it. But yeah, definitely a book. I think 2 out of 3, or I don't know. Face. I forget. Did you say you're passing on this, right?
Yeah, man. I'm just good with the B cover. I don't need the pink highlights.
Yeah. Me either, man.
Comic Journey. You guys lost me at Galactus's mom. Roberto, don't call him Galactus. I call him Son. Galactus's mom is so big. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, damn.
Oh, God.
That's the one to go with right there too. It makes sense.
All right, guys. Well, this one was big time because a lot of us were like, what the fuck? Including myself, where I was like, I passed this book up at like $2. 9/8, because some people did get them graded, were selling between $225 to $285 Canadian. Raw copies, $50 to $80 Canadian. And this is just this week. This is like the last, like, what?
Are you real, bro? $50 to $80 for a raw on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Bro, you got me FOMO, bro. I've seen these so many damn times. I even have like 2 or 3 copies, but I'm still FOMO. Still FOMO, bro.
Dude, I passed this book like this, like 1, 2, like there was many copies, and I was like, nah.
Manny, do you see Manny's Instagram, bro? Manny was just like 1, 2. He was like 10 of them in this bin, bro. I was like, damn, man. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, this is a book that kind of, I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's been an old spec, man, and we should have grabbed some more, But Jake Gyllenhaal, hey, man, that's a big time actor with some, some chops and some money, man. So
from my understanding, Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be producing, directing, and the writer, or
what?
I think he's going to be in it. I think
that's it. I thought he was going to do. I thought there was more to it.
I thought he was directing and acting.
Okay.
But I could be wrong about that. But man, you know what? I'll be honest. I don't read this series. I grabbed it, when it first came out and everything, and just at the time I was trying to narrow down my pull list, so I didn't jump on this one, because I think originally whenever he had started talking about it, he had said that it's not going to be like a super long series, and it does wrap up, I guess, apparently at issue 36. So I figured out, I'd jump on it whenever it comes out, in trade or hardcover or whatever. I was actually surprised when I was going through some of my books how many of these first issues that I do have. Like, I have no idea where I picked them up. It just seemed like over time, like you guys said, they've been, finding them in bins for like $1 or $2.
Dollar bins, man.
Whatever. Yeah, and then just picking them up because they're cheap, and who knows. But yeah, Robert Kirkman has been pretty strong on wanting to do something with a lot of his different properties, and it looks like some of them are starting to come to fruition. So who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, and I like what Comic Journey said about Firepower, man. Firepower #1. Yeah, I think that would be a dope series or movie or whatever, bro. That's just. I mean, you got the master wearing the Michael Jordan shoes, bro.
What's crazy? You know what's crazy about the Firepower? Well, first off, I've already done a video like back in September when Face did it, but he sent me the gold one. So I have the free comic book day issue 1 and the gold one. But that free comic book day one is still out there in some shops, and I do believe that one of my shops actually still has Firepower #1. So not a bad way. I mean, the way things happen with this one, you never know. So just
and Kirkman's he's just so connected with studios since Walking Dead. He's made hits, man. So of course, man. I mean, out of everybody, you think he'd be the most connected to make some shows out of his or movies out of his his content. So
yeah, I'll admit I had FOMO about this one.
You got me FOMO, bro. I'm like, how many times have I passed this?
Man, I did not chase it. And here's why. Because I came across some of these copies at like $5, and I even thought that was high, like maybe like a month ago. And I was like, oh man. And then it was kind of weird that I saw the announcement, I think like most of us, and where the book is now. I'm not paying $50 to $80 for this. Like,
I don't know what show
I'm saying it's a loss. You know what I mean? Like, I lost that. So
yeah, I don't know what show it was, man, but or what feed it was, but I seen the price go from $40 to $200 in like a matter of minutes. It was crazy, bro. Like the 9.8. Yeah. It was crazy. It was selling for $40 at 9.8. It went from 40 to like 200 in like a matter of seconds, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Vancouver's saying this is going to make a hella flick. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. It's just I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to chase this book, man. If it comes my way, great. But I'm not going to chase it. So, All right, you guys ready for this next book? Because this one is going to open up a few conversations. But Amazing Spider-Man number 14.
Oh, here we go.
First appearance of Green Goblin. Trailer teased his return, or did it? Spider-Man 1 Green Goblin, who knows? But the last CGC sold was a 7.0 for almost $11,000 Canadian. So this isn't your typical book that your average Joe or your new collector is going to have.
I mean, do we know it's going to be Green Goblin, or is everybody just guessing?
I think everyone's just guessing because that pumpkin ball was green.
Pumpkin ball, yeah.
They could edit it out. It could be orange, and they could do Hobgoblin, or it could just be the pumpkin ball. Like, it
could be virus.
It could be virus. It could be Ludicrous. Who knows? It could be a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this book has always been kind of pricey anyway, So, I know I have the third appearance of him, man. I think it was like 24 or something, But oh man, I mean, I wish I had this book. I'm still trying to complete my ASM series. I don't have this yet. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't look like I'm ever going to have it, except for like if they come out with some facsimile or something, man. But I mean, I don't. He's probably coming. Like Spider-Verse and everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty sure it's Green Goblin. That's. Spidey's arch nemesis, so it just makes sense, and hopefully, I mean, obviously, I think is it confirmed that Willem Dafoe is coming back for it?
Oh, dude, they're all who knows?
I don't remember, but we know we're getting Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and he killed it the first time around. I fully believe he's going to kill it again. Hoping that they're definitely bringing Willem Dafoe back as Green Goblin. I don't, Jamie Foxx's Electro. It's got to be a completely different portrayal.
What I'm hearing is they're going opposite. Like, so they're not going as retro or corny as the comic costume, that green with the star lightning mask. But I did hear that they're doing some adaptation of like green and yellow on him. He's not going to be like that lightning light, shining light, Mr. Freeze looking kind of thing. It's going to kind of have a representation of, that original character.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that maybe instead of like the I guess like lightning headpiece or whatever, maybe they just do like a symbol, on the head of his costume or something like that. That could work. Just even the character portrayal though. Like, they just didn't write that character well in that movie. So, yeah.
It's crazy, man. I don't think I'll afford this book. I think I can put it in my collection. I'm hoping that there's a massive, 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 massive dip on this book.
Yeah, oh man, it's never. I couldn't afford it before the trailer, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
just hope I find it in a collection somewhere someday that I pick up, maybe. Get lucky.
Yeah.
Somebody
you could get lucky, man. You could get lucky.
You never know.
That's the thing, man. And I always say, at first people were like, they thought it was like, funny, where I'm like, yo, keep searching because those books are out there. But like, dude, that is my motto, man. There is no book that anybody can tell me. Well, Tales is, there's bigger books, but like when someone's like, hey man, I'm specking on this book and it just reached $100 or 200. Like, they're still out there, man. There's a lot of books that people just don't know about, and they're out there, so you never know.
Yeah, man. I mean, for that ASM 14, man, I'll take a reader copy, bro, just to read it. Just to actually read the pages. I know I found even without a cover. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it in my box and say, yo, at least I have it. I found a couple of books like that in the early ASMs where there's no cover, but yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a massive dip on that because, like I said prior, I couldn't afford it, man.
You're talking 14th issue. It's not gonna happen.
No, not gonna happen, bro.
There was I think. Oh, who was it? I think it was Mr. Comic 89 or something like that. I could be wrong. there's like so many people there's so many people I follow on Instagram, but like I came across, and I think it was him, but he has from issue 1 to 875, he's 93.6% complete.
What?
Spider-Man run. And I'm thinking
Wow.
like, holy shit.
Damn, bro.
Like
that's
dope.
I mean, for all of us men who are collectors, bro, that's our dream run, right? Just to complete it, you know? Like
hold on, because I've had this conversation before where I'm like, all right, which would you rather have, Spider-Man or Fantastic Four? Like, if you actually break it down, let's break down 1 to 52, because 52 just added with, Black Panther for the FF run. You compare Spider-Man and Fantastic Four 1 to 52. I think you might be surprised at what you find in your answers, man.
I know, man. Yeah. I know, man.
Yo, Vancouver Comics Junkie, I'm 99.3% incomplete.
I know.
Yo, I like that. See, people are saying, Spidey, that's a hard one. FF, like it depends, but like when you actually go and look, give Fantastic Four some respect. You go look at the numbers and look at the first appearances in that 1 to 52.
Oh,
man,
I'm with you, bro. I'm trying to do both, bro. Both.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, if I won the lottery, I'd have both of them. Just
be like Dinesh, bro. Dinesh is, if you ever watch that video, bro, that Dinesh Shamdazani, bro, has them all. Like all in the glass.
Did you see the one that he just posted the other day with the printer's proof of TMNT?
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You see that? Oh my God, man, that guy, bro. Like when you already have all the books, you just going after all these crazy books. That's how you know you a baller, bro, because you already got all the runs. You're like, yo, I got like the Mark Jewelers. I got the fucking, the newsstands. Like, what else can I go after? Let's go after the fucking reader proofs, bro. Like that's just crazy.
That's nuts.
We opened that up, bro. I was like, oh shit.
It was dope though that he shared the video flipping through it and everything like that to even be able to get to see it like that. That's cool.
I know, man. Like, yeah, he's double about that, bro. Like,
you guys ever get like, I know this is way off topic here, but real quickly, like I always say, like with comics, it's sometimes hard because like it's almost the anticipation or the hunt, right? Like I know for me, like I love the hunt, I love the chase.
Mm-hmm.
I love going to garage sales, flea markets, things like that. Like I like it. But like when I buy a book, say on eBay or from somebody, like I'm so pumped. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. Yeah. Then it comes to me and I'm like, all right, so you're going to go on my wall or you're going to go in one of my boxes, right? Like I've got like long-term spec, failed spec, selling, like that's how I organize my boxes here. And it's always funny because I'm like, all right, now next, like I'm on to the next, where it's like, if I'm buying shoes, it's like 1 or 2 pairs and then I'm good for a bit. Right. Like I'm not, because I can wear them and stuff like that. But with comics, I'm always like, okay, next.
There's so many books we want, bro. Like, there's so many books. You know what I love though, man, is like when I get that big book, and that's why I don't get them slab. I want to slab them myself. When I get the big book and I actually read it on the real paper and you smell the smell, man, that's what I love the most, bro. It's like, that's the second favorite thing about, I get this book for a great price and then I get to actually read it, man, on this time warp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This time warp, bro. Like I feel like freaking like I'm going back to the future, bro. Like I'm in that movie, bro. Like time warping, man. Yeah, so
sure. It's like like for me personally, I won't buy a slab that I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
So because I just figured the whole point, for me is I want to read the book. So first, I'm going to go after something that I can read before, I grab that slab. That's just me personally, though.
Yeah. Hey, everybody collects differently, and I always say, collect whatever. There is no right or wrong way to collect. Now,
Absolutely.
Everybody has different situations, money, finances, whatever, location to shops, or maybe you have a honey hole that nobody really knows about. Like everybody collects differently, so just collect your way. I know when I turn around, there's not one book behind me that I'm like, oh fuck, why do I have this book? And that's
you want to give some to me, bro. I'll take the one on your left, bro.
I'm still waiting for Help 181 to come back from CGC, man. So Well, guys, that's the show. But before we go, I want to thank Hood Rat. Hood Rat, let the people know what you got coming up, what you're doing on your end of YouTube, sir.
So y'all, man, I got my own channel, man. Just all you have to do is go to hoodratcomics.com. It'll take you straight to my YouTube and just hit subscribe, man. I mean, I got hashtag show I'm doing my boy Godly, man. Godly Comics at Godly Comics over on Instagram, man. And we picking hashtags every week, man, and celebrating the community out here on Instagram where we all met. I mean, let's be honest, man. We all met on Instagram. I met Newbie on Instagram. You know, Face. I met Face through Newbie here, who was from Instagram. So it's all we're all connected on Instagram now, bro. Like, I mean, that's where we found our homies, like Desired, Azorus, and everything, you know. And you know, I'm just trying to give props to the community, man, on that show. And yo, bro, I'm talking Newbieverse, bro. That might be a hashtag in a couple of weeks, bro. You know.
All right, I look forward to it.
Let's do this, bro. You know, and then you know, I do my FOMOing with the Hood Rat, bro, where you know, it's books I don't own and books I'm after. You know, and just me doing my homework for myself and for you guys and figuring out how I'm gonna get this damn book. Like that Riri, bro, the coffee house Riri, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah.
Bro, the coffee house.
Man. People don't know. People don't know. That's the thing.
I didn't want to say nothing, bro, but if you're gonna have a list of FOMOing on Riri, that's the fucking book, bro. That's the damn book of all books. Is the coffee house fucking book, bro. It's just like we ain't never gonna own it. You gonna own it one day, Newbie? Maybe you will, bro. You find it out in Canada.
I hope, man. I hope. I think I might have seen it actually. I was thinking about that book like not too long ago, and I'm like, I think I saw it there, but like I passed it, but just because I wasn't, you know, thinking about it. But again, man, it's crazy. Speaking of finding books, I got a video that's coming out on Thursday. So if you want to stay up at like the second it turns Thursday, I got another flea market find video.
Oh,
I think a lot of people would be interested in. So yeah, because some people are like, dude, you're like robbing these places with these books, and I'm like, hey man, I just find I pay what they want, dude. Like I have no problem. Like in the last video, I spent like $50. This one I spent $39, and I was happy to leave with $39. But this video, you definitely want to see what I found at this flea market because it will fucking drive you insane. So
don't do it, bro. Don't you're gonna yeah, man. I got a one coming up too, man. It's you know, it's the Backbending with Hood Rat. It's actually books I bought off Instagram, and I spent a lot of money, bro. So it's gonna be the first time you ever see triple digits on my fucking show, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, man. It's triple digits, bro. I was like, I just couldn't pass up the deal, man. You know, and it's when the guy's on Instagram, it's a homie, man, and he knows who he is, and I just gotta wait, bro. You know.
All right. Hey, I look forward to it.
I'm about to catch up with the newbie, the newbie verse, bro. You know,
for sure. Face, before we take off, let the people know what's going on your end, sir.
For sure. Next week, let's see. Next week, I won't be on the newbie show because I'll be working. But you can catch us on Monday. Previously on, we're actually doing like a horror special episode. We're gonna talk about the current rise in horror comics, you know, and stuff like that. So it's going to be a good show. I got a special guest coming on. It's actually a friend of mine, and you know, I know he's into a lot of the horror stuff. So it's definitely going to be a good conversation for sure. And then of course back here on Tuesday on the Newbie Show.
Keep, sell, or buy. That is the topic for next Tuesday, guys. And the week after that, I believe it's Newbie After Hours. So it's where we basically throw the PG rating away and we talk some shit, uncut, uncensored, no nudity. So if you're coming for nudity, not the place for you. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So
no fans only, bro. No fans only on there, bro.
No. So yeah, guys, that is the show. As always, you know, good luck tomorrow on New Comic Book Day. Hood Rat, thank you so much for coming.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate your face.
For sure. Don't spoil What If, people. Please do not. I think for the most part, people have done a really good job. Get your pets spayed and neutered. Just kidding. I don't have pets. But guys, keep searching because those books are out there.